Good. Okay. Y'all look all quiet. Y'all ain't having a conversation like we normally do. We talk about some bullshit.
Do we go live on both?
Yeah, we
Oh shit! Oh, I didn't even know. You should have said it. We live, you know.
We live, baby.
What was it? Gang members, what's up?
What's the deal, everybody? What's the deal? Us people tap the F in. My phone's all over there. I can't even look. I'm sick about this.
Back at it again with the Tri-Weekly.
Right. Actually, no, this has been pretty weekly.
Yeah, we've been doing
You know, I feel like we should give. We've been doing that where to do.
Kudos to
So yes.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna do it. We got you. Alright, so what's up, y'all? Welcome to Shots Fired, where we take shots, shoot shots, give shots, type of shit. Today we have a guest. Your name?
Trey, aka HBO Fitness.
Okay, and he will be talking to you all and us about his business, his fitness business. We might do a little activity, kind of not sure how we feeling about that for real, but we're gonna get into that a little bit later.
I have bad kneecaps.
So as y'all know, this is
Malachi.
I am Sam,
Bills.
Chanel. Ray.
and then Trey, as he told y'all.
Hey.
And welcome to Shots Fired.
Alright, we're gonna take this first shot.
Get y'all shots together, because as y'all know in the beginning, we have a shot to start off with. What is that?
That's your first shot. That's your beginner.
Absolutely
Come on,
not.
man. That's to get the motor running. Come on, you gotta.
The motor was running
start
from
up.
the first
Start up.
one.
Too late. It's already in there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Can't waste liquor.
You ain't gonna die.
Whatever, let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Damn,
Shot.
Malachi.
Yeah, we're
Eager?
no fuck. Gosh. All right. Whew. They hate me.
We love you though. Good Lord. You said we don't love you. We absolutely love you. What do you mean?
Put that way. Okay.
We're a little snug in here today.
Oh.
We love each other real much.
Okay.
Real bad.
Real bad. So the first topic we're gonna talk about, which one do you guys talk about?
Talk about Tuesday.
So we're gonna lead off with Talk About It Tuesday. If y'all tapped in with us on Tuesdays, we like to give y'all a questionnaire with like a poll or whatever. And what was the question that was on there?
The question was, could you stay in a relationship if the sex was trash?
Yum, yum, yum. We just have to add some effects right there. Who else got it off? That really choked you up, huh?
I'll start. He can't breathe.
Okay, something's going on here.
Alright, I'm gonna be real. No, absolutely not. Nope, I didn't let niggas bless. Actually, that is less. That is the bare minimum. That is actually a deal breaker for me. If we have terrible sex, I cannot be with you. I cannot. You can be cool. We can be friends. But as far as anything else, it's not about to be good because that's it for me. That's a stress reliever. It's connection. It's intimacy. It's a lot more than just sex. And if it's good sex, it puts it that much closer. If you got good head and bad dick, still can't do it.
Damn, he said it's both. Ain't one.
No, I will tell you. If you got terrible head, cool, great dick.
Okay.
I'm there.
I get you. I don't know if y'all know her deal breaker was sex. If you don't, y'all tune back a couple episodes. She said the deal breaker is sex. If you ain't good at it, don't even come her way.
Nope,
Okay.
don't even.
Shit.
You gotta come with the, and it's not even about the size. It's about the motion of the ocean.
Okay, you know what's up.
Just saying. So yeah, no, it's a deal. Like, no, if it's trash, I'll give you one other chance other than the first chance. If it's bad again, then yeah, it's like, hey, we could be friends. You know, this is not what I was actually looking for. You know what I'm saying? We're not connecting as we should.
Talking about. Okay, so I got a question. How would you let you would just tell them that it's not working out? Like, how you gonna break it to them if you know that, like, if everything else is good and it's just the sex, how you breaking this to this man?
She said a nigga's termination letters.
Like, due to the inactivity of sexual.
We regret to inform you.
Yeah.
We regret to inform you that your previous performance.
We gotta let you go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
going with other options.
Right. If I had to let them know, I mean, it was just. I ain't gonna be like, yeah, the sex was trash. I'm blunt, but I'm not gonna hurt nobody's feelings.
Okay.
It's just like, in my younger days, I would just ghost them. But now that I'm a changed woman, I'll just be like, every time they will ask, like, oh, can I come over? Like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it, you know what I'm saying? And then just kind of push it towards more friends than more, like, anything else. And usually they probably lead off after that because it's like, well, you ain't trying to fuck, I ain't trying to be here.
Yeah,
like,
that's lucky.
cool. Because you want to try to build on something that way. So here's that.
Okay, go ahead, Trey. What you got to say, homie?
Yeah, this is gonna be a no for me. Not even for no petty reasons, cause like not saying that if the sex was trash, I'll cheat, cause black men don't cheat.
Preach,
But
brother, preach.
you know what I'm saying. But straight up though, like I feel like trash sex in a relationship is like, I feel like it's really showing a bigger issue. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have good sex with somebody you don't even know for real. And it's like if somebody that you picked out and y'all ain't having that vibe, that connection, I'm like, man, y'all nowhere near on the same wavelength. And like I don't see y'all having trash sex and not having issues nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like you already know, you gotta make sure your lady straight, fellas already know what's up. And if you're not, she gonna bring you something else. And dudes, we already know what's up. We can get whatever we want and still be on some bullshit, right? So if that ain't hitting for us, we really not even gonna have a reason to kind of want to sit up in there, not trying to sound bold, but it's one of the biggest parts of a relationship, once y'all start to engage in that, because it's like, it's deeper than just, okay, you get your nut off, and everybody go their separate way. Like, if you really with that person that you like, that attraction alone could set it off for you. And if it's not, I'm like, man, y'all, what y'all doing? Like honestly, though, that's my opinion, so no, I couldn't do it, never.
Okay, Nelly, what the question was?
Did you stay in a relationship if the sex was trash?
It's trash.
See, now. How much money does he have?
I'm
Wait,
saying.
before y'all answer. Wait, somebody in the comments says, so what if he has fire dick but broke? So that's going to tie into what you gotta say.
No, there's no such thing.
No, bro, niggas be having fun.
No, that's fine.
They do.
That's fine. But we're not in a relationship. That's fine. That's fine. Take your great dick somewhere else. That's fine. But like it does depend on that. I will, take less in some areas to have more in other areas. Would I like for my man to please me all of the time? Yes, but let's be realistic. If say you're dealing with granted, I'm not saying trash sex, but it's like saying
No, we're saying trash like
trash. Okay, say
But he got money though.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like
All survivors.
it's complex. It's complex. But would I like to be pleased by my man? Yes. But if he pleases me in other areas, I think some things could possibly be worked out. We can see. So I'm just it is but that's it.
that wallet bet.
Okay, so
I was about to say, what dollar amount makes
Say
it?
compensation overcome, for real.
I mean,
He gotta be making 6 figures.
I'm about to say, what's the dollar amount?
yeah, for trash sex, it's gonna have to be 6 figures,
We charge you a lot.
Said, is it worth it?
or at least put me in a position where I'm comfortable, where I don't have to. Yeah. So for you to have trash sex, literally, I'm not getting pleased by you constantly. You're gonna have to put me in a position where I'm comfortable.
Cause I look at you on the noise like, damn.
Exactly. Every day I'm this, but
Shit. I don't know, man. I'm kind of in between. Cause if Oprah would have a couple niggas.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
yeah,
Talk about Oprah.
I just beat my dick. Like, fuck it, I can do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I don't know.
So
So
sandpaper dried in the Sahara Desert. That's what we got. Like, that's what you stick with. She got that money.
We're assuming that.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's very one.
okay. So I'm gonna run this back because I'm gonna ask what, like you said, you like they gotta have motion, like motion in the ocean, or whatever. Like, but what is trash sex? Like, what is considered trash to y'all? Like what is it that is not pleasing y'all during sex? You get what I'm saying? Like, niggas not deep enough, niggas not big enough, or female. I don't even women are not wet enough. Like, what is it that y'all just call trash?
I think it could all boil down to like physical communication.
Man, she just did the starfish.
To the lake hair.
Like, come on,
It's-
man.
I mean,
Like, you gotta do a little effort.
Even if you
Shit don't
communicate, though.
be- You know, shit.
Yeah.
I don't
my
know.
bad. Are you done? Sorry, go ahead, finish.
Shit. But I don't know though, because like honestly, like if a bitch really communicate with me good, you know what I'm saying, and she like, like she real tender to me, and I think she to be like a good woman to my kid, you know what I mean, a good wife to my children, you know, mother to my children and shit like that. And she got all her shit together, a good support system, and she, you know what I'm saying, got her head on straight. I might just, you know what, like shit, I might try to teach her the best I can, but you know what, I feel like shit, all that other shit outweighs sex at the end of the day, because shit, you know, we gonna get shit 60, 70, and we ain't gonna be fucking like that.
That's very true. Right, the desert,
you know, so
and the game going up.
I don't know. I feel like,
Yeah.
I think I could date the sexy trash. Like, I'll probably try to teach her or something.
Yeah.
I think I could work with it. But everything else would have to be perfect. Like it gotta be A1 and everything else. Like, she
That's
not
not
even
realistic.
I mean, but shit, as close to A1 as possible. I feel like it's good. I don't know. Because if you're not having sex, you should, you know, your sex trans, you should focus on everything else. What you doing? You ain't just out here
Right.
fucking.
That could be it.
Master everything.
That is
else.
hilarious. Rolling physics or something.
This is my turn. We got a couple comments. We can read them after we all done. Okay, so for me, yeah, actually on the poll, I put yes. I can deal with trash sex because I feel like I can teach him or
You said
her
no. I think
or
we're back
them.
to read.
Anybody hear that? Or they.
She out here.
So no, I feel like I can teach him or her to do what needs to be done. But if they aren't grasping that, first of all, let me run this back real quick. We in a relationship already? How did that happen?
Let's say we're exclusively dating.
Okay, so we ain't had sex yet. We're just dating.
Exclusively dating, like, yeah, this is one-on-one about to be a relationship. Like, this is about to be my man.
Okay, I feel like that was still the deal at that point. Like, I didn't know if sex is good for me to be like, be in a relationship.
But I feel like, you know, you might have that one off where
You can't change it,
Okay. So if we're not gonna do with that, if it's just like we already in a relationship, it is what it is. I feel like if I can't teach you, then you gotta go. If you're not grasping what I'm telling you or how I'm trying to like, oh, go this way a little bit, go a little harder, go a little softer, like, you know. And if you just do what the fuck you want to do, you gotta bounce at this point. Cause I don't know what to tell you at this point. I ain't gonna just be sitting here miserable. Like, okay, I'm just gonna lay here. You can get yours off. Cause I don't know if y'all ever watched our other podcast before, but I said it's hard for me to come. Or hard for me to have orgasm. So if you really can't do this shit, you really gotta go. I ain't gonna do it.
I am not.
Okay, like damn. Like I already can't. You really can't. It's bad. I can't do it. Absolutely not.
Steep.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say if you're teachable, then yes. If you're not teachable, no. Say hell no.
I can't. I just can't.
Okay.
That was it?
That's pretty much it. 'Cause
Nope. Regardless of the circumstances.
I mean, I really can't say. I like to think about things based on experience, but like up until recently, I wouldn't be able to say like if I ever had somebody who was good on both sides of the field. It's like, so you'd be like, damn. And then you finally get there, and you're like, okay.
I'm confused. I ain't gonna lie. You said it again?
No, you say you be like damn, and then you get there, you be like okay.
For what?
It's alright, Sam.
It went over my head.
I just repeated it. I didn't understand it though.
You don't understand it either. What are you saying? Why are you confused? Say it like.
Non-high.
Okay.
Nah, like, what's both sides of the field?
Yeah, what you mean?
Like, I mean, when I said that, I meant like all other aspects of the relationship within sex.
Oh yeah.
So I had never been
Me neither.
before. So it was like either it was bad sex and bad everything else, or it was great sex and bad everything else.
That's true.
So you know, and then like I said, and then you get to a place where you find that, and you be like, oh, this is right, exactly, it exists.
Yes, it does. I know. Not to the plus.
Alright, we got some comments.
Shit, let's get it.
Opinions with Twine said, I think trash sex is on both parties because you have to teach a person what you like.
You don't gotta
gotta
receive.
receive.
Sometimes
You gotta receive.
Not all the time.
Some people can read body language.
Right.
Stellar Galactica 23 said, I got my own money. laugh my ass off. If you can't fuck me like I like, I don't want you. Period.
That's on period.
Okay.
Straight like that.
Hey, women savages. Hey.
Cold-blooded.
Hey.
Us, man. You're not about to give me mediocrity.
Stellar Galactic comment again. If he can't meet my appetite, I will go find someone who can. That's crazy.
This must be
Toys is
winter.
nice,
This winter.
but I like physical touch and stuff too much.
That's winter.
If you ain't got a good rhythm and your tongue don't work, shake my head. Peace out.
Bye.
Damn.
Bye.
Absolutely the fuck not. Peace out.
Mark OIC said he agreed with opinions with Twan. He said that part. I had to be in there and coach my ass off with some women who weren't as experienced. All right, coach. Sounds good. Opinions with Twan said, can you ask how old are the fellas on the show?
You
All
can.
right, y'all.
26.
27.
29.
There you go. Simple. Stella Galactica said, laugh my ass off and learn them some shit. She also said, I feel the teaching aspect, especially if we vibe, but if I'm just horny and you feel, I ain't never talking to you again.
I feel her on the spiritual level, sis.
Damn, niggas don't players fuck up too.
Look how one track and you're out.
Players fuck up too. Damn, you big. You got
Cold-blooded.
cold.
Oh, he's
blood.
telling
These
her
women
that
out
you
here, y'all the new niggas.
Talk about
Mark OIC said, laugh my ass off. Yo, chill. What type of time do you be on? That's what I'm saying. They the new niggas.
Wait.
They saying, you ain't fucking me good, you hit the door. Like, bitch, you got one time to fuck up.
I actually seen a post about that. I'll talk about it in a minute.
I will say that I feel like men are more willing to teach than women.
Yeah.
So they will probably stay longer.
I think there's actually, I wish, well, not I wish, but we're going to put a clip over this where you said this. You said that I'm not willing to teach a nigga. If you don't know what you're doing.
You said that? You said that?
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Like, my old video, like, yeah, flashback.
Hey, I came up and said, yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Because it sounded like some shit I was saying. But no, men are so much more willing to teach than women. We, like, unless she's older, I will say, if it's like cougar vibes, she might be a young dude, like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to fuck, this is about to be it. But that's when we in our prime. Like, but men, you might get somebody who's young and be like, yeah, I can build her into what I want, and sexually in the bedroom or whatever. But I don't hear a lot of young women saying like, yeah, I'm gonna turn him into my little slut. It's rare. It's a rarity. Me, however, you gotta already be a slut.
I've actually heard men say like they prefer like not young women but younger women because they're like, oh, I can teach her. Like if they get a woman that's their age or a little bit older, they expect more. They expect you to already know what the hell you're doing. They expect you to be experienced already. Now if you're young, they give you the benefit of the doubt, and then like I said, they'll teach you. But if you're older, they be like, what is you doing? You ain't experienced this yet? Like you ain't telling you ain't did this, you ain't did that yet. And I feel like that becomes a problem for people. But you gotta know, people don't experience everything with everybody. So you might be introducing something new to them. So catch me too, you know. What else?
You know what? I think I lied because I have I've been experienced that I've had taught different dudes different things because you know they had the bare minimum. They have the bare minimum. You can make me come, okay, cool. Stroke ain't all the way there. We can work with that. I can introduce stuff slowly, but you gotta have the bare minimum. Your stroke gotta be like A1.
You gotta be at least good, like
no, it gotta be A1.
I'm saying at sex, like to the bare minimum. You gotta at least be there. Like it's the bottom where you don't know shit. It's right here where you like, it's right here where you can make somebody come. Then it's like, you know, keep going up till you reach whatever the fuck that is. But yeah. So I wanted to say something else too about the whole money thing with women and they not tolerating no bullshit no more. Like women nowadays, they're making a lot of money. They're not relying on men to be breadwinners anymore. They're not relying on men to be a lot of things. And they're like, my man, I need you to come with some dick and some good penis. You know what I'm saying? It's like they really are asking for a lot now. So I'm gonna need men who feel like they don't have to do much. I'm gonna step my game up. But it goes vice versa as well. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, like, given our history as women, what is that? Given our history as women, we tend to, you know, we are now doing more for ourselves.
We got some comments. Opinions with Twan said, so fellas, would y'all want pussy or peace? I've learned at an older age I prefer peace.
I ain't sacrificing peace for pussy.
Period.
I ain't doing
Man, I was about to say, you keep that pussy crazy.
Okay.
For real, I understand. Shit.
It's the X
Take my
one, the
piece
X
off.
16 or something like that.
Mark OIC said both of them. Appeals twice and you know choose one. Stella Galactica responded to Mark OIC and said, my own. I got
You skipped
kids
over
and bills
his.
to pay. If we meet up,
You skipped up a mark.
share.
I shared it. Okay. He said if I really had to choose, obviously peace, pussy comes, it goes every day. And then that's the next one, so underscore Galactica.
Oh, my own. I got kids and bills to pay. If we meet up and you know what it was in the messages and you don't put other down like you claimed you could, you don't get no second chance.
That's crazy.
Absolutely not.
Hilarious. You got it. Okay.
You gotta share it.
I did share it.
No, not you. The Facebook stop.
Oh.
I mean, that's the one.
You might have to stop it.
Just share it and I'll edit it.
Stella Galactica on death row. She out here.
Okay,
Death
let's
row
say I'm
record.
let's talk about that.
Man, Suge Knight ass. She out here thinking, what? Put the dick in the bag.
You good?
Very good. Yeah.
Gangster with it.
You say that the first video said?
All right. So let me see. Anybody say anything else to say? Even people in our
Peanut gallery.
background.
Would I be able to date somebody if the trash was sex? I feel like my opinion is about to be so unpopular, but who cares? At the stage in my life that I'm in now, I wouldn't know because I'm celibate. And I feel the whole teaching of the person that you love, the person that you care about. If you rocking with them in every other area, but they seeming to fall short, it might be something that they're missing, but you've been able to and willing to teach them about communication. If y'all have a disagreement, I'm pretty sure y'all had arguments, but you're not willing to teach them how your body works. Do you know how your body works? And if not, if you really love that person, then why wouldn't you teach them? Why wouldn't you be patient? Because wouldn't you want somebody to be patient with you? So it's just like, yeah, I could. Because at the end of the day, we got this far. like, we got this far. So it's something about you that holds my peace. Because I'm not about to be with you if I don't have peace with you. And why would I try to trade the person who I found everything else with and that I have peace with just because one area isn't where I would like it to be? Now, I agree with the whole teaching, and if you just decide that you don't want to listen, then that's a whole nother thing. But if we've gotten this far, then I've already vetted your personality. I've already vetted who you are. We've already gone through those aspects of needing to learn each other and teach each other in other areas. So this is just, okay, now we're bringing it to this specific area. Okay, now I need you to listen.
Okay.
Like we practice communication. Now I need you to touch me here or touch me there or whatever the case may be. But I feel like just giving up on somebody because of their sex, well, you're not really looking. What are you really looking for? You're looking for somebody with good sex or somebody that actually feeds your soul.
Period.
Somebody that actually like makes you want to do better and be better. And if you do have somebody that makes you want to do better and be better, why would you want to trade that because of an aspect that could be taught or learned or whatever the case may be? Like patience.
That's all. That's why I say,
Love
are
is
we together?
patient. Love is kind. Love is all these things, and we can't claim to love somebody. But the problem is that a lot of people have sex with people they don't love. You don't care about this person, so you automatically ready to go to the next because what does this person mean to you? Nothing.
Yeah, but sex.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that's how I ask. Like, are we together? Or are we dating? What are we doing right now?
Right.
Have I already?
Would I? You asking would I? Yeah, I would.
You teach him?
Yeah.
Period. Okay.
Mark RC said, goddamn, y'all got Erykah Badu in the background.
Let's call her that. Let's call her that. Don't do that. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's funny because she got the hair.
That's what I'm
Bro, you so on key with the girl. Oh my god.
And now we give it Erica, okay? Love us, Erica.
You got a camera in here? Let me find out.
That's crazy. Okay, anybody got any other questions or comments, concerns about this topic, or we moving on? Yes, no, make it so. Anybody else in the comments? It's some comments on Facebook, but I'm so sorry I can't even read them.
Oh shit.
I don't even know what
I don't even think it's
has
a
been
comment.
said. It was one on the other one, but I'm not
Someone
sure.
hitting that. What?
Somebody goofy.
That's all they say. I can't teach a bitch how to suck dick.
Who is that?
Excuse me, sir.
Oh.
You're getting vulgar. We need to change.
Aggravating.
We need to switch
Whoa.
topics. And by the way, you could.
Yeah, yes, you would.
You definitely could. But you got a little vulgar. This.
Okay, now hold on now.
I mean, this podcast is
normal.
break 18 and up if you want to be technical. However, comma. Well, damn.
Okay, well, you can teach that. I think.
The first one was going to teach.
You can teach anything.
No, to be honest, right? It's all about you don't listen, like you said.
Exactly.
But so I got the next topic. What's that?
H3 on fitness.
Yeah, everybody say
Oh, the third. Okay, the one I said.
No, that one. I can. The other one is you have to leave a relationship with.
Okay, we do that afterwards.
Yep.
So our special guest Trey is about to introduce his business to y'all. For everybody who want to work out, tune the F in. Type S.
Give us a little rundown about HBO Fitness.
Facts.
Oh wait, come on,
Before we
man.
switch to the next topic, we're gonna take another shot.
Another shizzy.
Cheers.
Hey, I just want to know if y'all have been here since the beginning. Y'all see what they got going on for me? I at first had 2 shots of this that I did not want, by the way. And now, I'm on this stuff.
CBI.
Alright, go ahead.
You don't know.
Alright, I'm good to go now?
Yes,
sir.
Alright, cool. Alright, what's going on? Shots fired, audience. You know, everybody had me on today. I'm H3O Fitness. Government name, Harry Anderson III, aka Trey. Yeah, the third, you know. Got the white man's name and my granddaddy's name. So H3O Fitness was, of course, is my brand. I made that as a play on my name. But what I do is personal training and fitness coaching, lifestyle coaching. And I do both full time. I don't work a 9 to 5. I don't work in the gym. I got my stuff jumping during quarantine because, you know, couldn't nobody work out. You know what I'm saying? Close proximity, in person, sweating, coughing, all that extra stuff. So I just seen that as a golden opportunity to hop online. And that's what I do. You know, most of my work is online. I teach people how to eat. I teach people how to do the stuff outside the gym that actually gets you the results. Because one of the big misconceptions about working out is that just going to the gym is enough. And it's not. It's like going to the gym is 30%. You know, you eating right, you sleeping, you drinking enough water, you keeping healthy relationships, you having your schedule on point. That's 70% of what you're gonna see, which is why most people don't really see it. You know what I'm saying? Because most gyms will sit there and they're caps to you. Oh, you need to, you know, work out 6 times a week. You need to, you know, sign up for personal training. Now, I know it sounds oxymoronic, you know, immediately throwing somebody new into personal training. I'm against that. But most people are like, nah, you need to figure out how to live right. That's why you fucked up in the first place. So that's kind of like what I do. You know, I just work with people, just getting them habits down and make being fit second nature to you. So that way it's like, once you're done working with me, you know what to do and you got a new skill set. So I'm more than just working out.
Okay.
A whole lifestyle change.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So do you travel to people? You do travel to people, right?
I do that. Y'all train people in-house.
Where do you, like, you have a specific gym you go to, or like what's it?
Yeah, so as far as the gym that I train at, and you know, for myself and for my clients, I'm usually out in Farmington. So Edge Fitness off of 9 Mile in Grand River. I put Ray hip to it because she was trying to tell me that she was losing motivation from Planet Fitness. And I already know what's up. You know, Planet Fitness, I don't knock it. It's just, it's not for everybody.
I love Edge, by the way. I love
It's so fire.
change.
It's so fire.
That gym beat. I ain't know that.
No, I mean, Planet Fitness is
These
cool.
places don't exist for me.
But Edge, it's a different feel. It's a lot more room. You got different stuff that you can do. And it's like, I feel more comfortable. I have more range.
That's good. That's good.
So what made you get into the workout, the fitness?
So it's funny, man, like, before I started becoming a trainer, you know, I was working at AT&T, doing cable, installing internet and, you know, satellite in people's houses. And that was cool. Like, it was a smooth little jug. I was 19, 20 years old, making like 20, 21 an hour. Of course, time and a half over 40, and AT&T for sure gave me over 40 hours. But I got laid off. Had to work a warehouse job that I didn't like, and I had a bunch of bad habits before then. So like before I became a trainer, I was popping pills every day. I was smoking every day, drinking every day. Like I was doing a lot of shit as a young adult to like kind of cope with being an adult, because adulting is ghetto as fuck.
Agreed. As there are a lot of sin, don't forget.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And a lot of stuff that made it so easy was like when I was 18, my mom passed away. So I'm going right into adulthood, really with no guidance, you know what I'm saying? Because my pops was around, but he wasn't exactly the one to kind of like show me how to deal with stuff. So I picked up a lot of bad habits to cope. First one was drinking. Second one was really smoking. And the third one's like, that's when the pills came in. And it became an everyday thing for me. And it got to the point where I was just starting experimenting with the harder shit, to the point where I done damn near overdosed in my own dad's house. So I'm like, okay, I'm waking up the next day fucked up, you know, and then I said the words like, yeah, I'm depressed as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody in the room with me. I just said that shit out loud, and I ain't like that shit. The minute I said I'm depressed, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna allow myself to slip further. And the only thing I wanted to focus on was putting my effort towards something that I knew I was good at. And I know from like a youngin', like as far as me playing sports, even with school, I would take sports more seriously than my schoolwork. Wasn't the smartest move, but I always didn't have no problem with being active, and I would do that for free if it was like that option, but not charged.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So once I really decided not to be on no lame ass, feel sorry for myself stuff no more, and just wanted to get right mentally, I wanted to be good at something. And that's kind of how I came into this, because the minute I jumped in, you know, people started to notice, like, I'm getting results, because I knew what I was doing going in, I just never took it serious. Then people started to ask me what I was doing, I just took the shit from there.
So how long have you been doing it?
A little over 4 years now. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, to touch on that, like, I feel like people do literally have to get to a low, in a sense, to know, like, or even understand, like, okay, I need to get this together. What am I trying to do with my life now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's so good, because, like, that's how people fall into their truth. Like, that's how they literally become who they're supposed to be. It's like not everybody has to go through it, but some do. And those who do go through that, they soar. Like, they literally, they've mastered their craft at that point. And I'm like, I feel like that's really important for people to know, like, just because you are at that low does not mean you cannot go get up and do what you want to do and be successful. You know, so I do commend you on that. You know, I do commend you for that's really good for you to still pick up and, you know, do what you do. So.
Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head, because, like, you know, your purpose is in your pain for sure. And if you fucked up right now and you watching this, you ain't that fucked up, but you fucked up for sure. Maybe. But no, it's just like when you feeling that shit, it's just all energy. And that's kind of one of the biggest lessons I done had to learn ever since becoming a trainer, because I didn't want to just be somebody who worked people out. I wanted to be somebody to change somebody's life up and teach them some shit. And one of the biggest things was realizing what we are. You know what I'm saying? Once you remove the body, once you remove all the ego, we're nothing but big bodies of energy that oftentimes gets perverted by shit that ain't even real.
Okay.
You know, so I try to do my best. Like, you know, she done seen how I talk on Instagram. I'm on my stories all the time, talking pretty blunt, direct. I keep it real, because I know exactly the type of fluff that's in fitness. You know, they'll sell you anything if you think it's going to get you to, you know, look a certain way. And I don't do that shit to people. Like, I'll have somebody come to me and say, hey, your situation ain't fucked up enough, I might not work with you. Cause like,
and do you want it or not? I feel you.
For real. Cause like, I've been training enough people. Like, I've trained hundreds of people by now, because I worked in gyms and on my own. And the ones who actually made a difference in their life was like, okay, you hate the way your life is going right now, and you want to do a complete 180. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to jump into this fitness shit is not exactly for somebody who just, like, you content where your life is at, and you just want it to be extravagant, because, like, that's not going to be enough of a motivator for people. But I really specialize in working with a lot of people who, they got a lot of shit going on, you know, and certain jobs, you know, type of people will be social workers. I get a lot of them. I get a lot of lawyers, get a lot of doctors, lots of people who serve, a lot of moms, lots of single moms for sure.
Yeah, I bet be the ones for real.
No, for real though.
What would you say to the person who has a lot of stuff going on, but feel like they got too much going on to get themselves together like they would want to?
The first thing I would say is be still. You know what I'm saying? I would say be still first and be very deliberate on giving yourself some time to be to yourself. From what I noticed, right? You know, like people love to associate shit. Like, okay, I got a crazy schedule and that's associated with somebody who is out of shape. No. I've trained people I went to high school with. I trained people that's older than me. And the common theme is your schedule fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you got right now is fucked up. And that's why you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the time to take care of your food. You don't have the time to go work out. You don't have the time to give yourself a mental break. And people want to just go work out and keep that shit like that and wonder why they keep falling off. You know what I'm saying? Like, being healthy is not just saying, fuck whatever you got going on, I'm going to do this. It's a byproduct of you making a decision like, okay, I'm going to have a healthy lifestyle, and whatever's not going to be in line with that, I got to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Even I'm not immune to that shit, because when I first started, one of the first things I had to do was get out of a toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, a lot of the reason why I was heavy on drugs at that time was because I was steady in and out of toxic situations where, you know, because I'm just being real. No vulnerability, no whole shit, but I love hard. You know what I'm saying? Once you close to me, you know what I'm saying? I treat you like fam. I treat you like royalty, damn. And it's hard for me to leave somebody once I really fuck with you that way. And I will hold on to situations I ain't had no business holding on into and doing whatever the fuck I needed to do that felt like I could function in that situation. And I started to do worse every single time. To where it's just like, my body started to snitch on me. Like, yeah, dog, like, you ODing, you up in this bitch, you nodding off because you drinking lean at 10 a.m. in the fucking morning. You eating perks like fucking Skittles. Like, yeah, dude, your body snitching on you. So, it was just one of the things where, before I even got fit, I had to step out of the old life that I was sick of this shit. For real.
I mean, this is something that you I would say, you literally probably spoke to about, I don't even know how many people who has gone, or who is currently going through, has gone through it, or probably walking into it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like you spoke to a lot of people, so that's what's up. I do like your the message you just gave, because that was much needed for a lot of people, and I'm gonna make sure I get that and give it to everybody else if they need to hear it for sure.
So not only is he serious, but he's funny. You got a TikTok too.
I'll say, what's your social media?
Yeah, so my ad, so y'all can find me on social media. You can find me on the gram at H3 fitness. That's H3O Fitness. If you want to find me on Facebook, you can find me by my government name, Harry Anderson. You just type that in, I'll pop up. I'm also on TikTok and YouTube. So TikTok is at H3O Fitness and YouTube is H3O Fitness Training. So you can pretty much type in whatever and you'll be able to pull my information up. But yeah, I drop a lot of real information. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit for nobody because I don't want that for me. And if you're curious about my work, I'm very approachable. Just shoot me a message, comment under one of my posts, or you could even apply into my link in my bio on my Instagram for my coaching. At the bare minimum, me and you will chop it up, and I'll give you some advice on some way, somehow to get healthier and happier. You know what I'm saying?
I do want to say I did one of his workouts the other day.
What's that?
Horrible. My whole body was hurt. It was an arm workout. When I tell you, I was in the gym. After the first round, I'm like, shit.
You said shit.
I said, no, I was here like, well, this is what your class doing?
She's really athletic, so she.
Not really, but I was trying.
Well, we be in the gym, she be dusting it.
It's like when I tapped into that workout, because he happened to get out a free workout, I was like, let me just see.
You said a free workout?
Oh yeah,
He be doing it. You gotta watch his story, follow him on
Okay, I'm gonna
social
follow
media.
because
Yeah, tap in.
you say
because
free. I'm definitely.
I get over that shit all the time. Free workouts, free game, free meal plans, whatever. Like
that shit, when I tell you I was in there sweating bullets after the first one, I'm like, well, I should have thought about this before I decided to do this. But I'm like, it was 4 rounds of arm workout. When I tell you, I had to go sit in the sauna for at least 10 minutes so I can loosen up the muscles because baby, it was tight.
That's what's
it was
up.
tight. I couldn't move them, couldn't bend them, and I was like, yeah.
That's what's up. That's good. That's good though.
So not only you getting your good ass workout, you getting your mind right too. So
Period. Okay, I like that.
And he funny too. Look, his story be funny shit.
Hey, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying?
What's like your diet like? Like a day, like your meals and shit.
Okay, yeah, a day of my meals. All right, so since I done moved back to Michigan, because I was down in Florida for a minute,
Yeah,
just
he
doing
was,
my
he
thing.
was good down there. Up here ain't much.
No, so you know what's so crazy about that? Like, I felt that same way before I moved, you know, because I was born and raised in Detroit. So I know everything
I'm
that's
talking about
around.
food choices.
Oh, but food
Yeah.
choices, even food-wise, like,
School meat is.
yeah, because I was down there in Florida, and they got good food. Like, if you've been down to Miami, Orlando area, you know what's up. I was down in Orlando, and I don't know, maybe my taste buds is just too much to the West, the Midwest lifestyle, but ain't nobody fucking with Detroit food. Like, I done been to Vegas, Miami, I done been all over the different places in Florida. I done lived in other states, like in the Northeast. Ain't nobody fucking with
So
like the...
you're not vegetarian or nothing, right?
Nah.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
Yeah, you used to be.
I was vegetarian for 6 months though. I gave it a strong 6 months, and I felt great. You know what I'm saying? I probably felt like the best maybe I ever felt, but at the same time I felt very deprived. You know, I'm going at barbecues and shit. I don't need no ribs. You know, I'm walking because I'm working at a gym at the time when I was vegetarian. I'm passing by all these different spots that actually have most meals are served with meat. Like, damn, I can't eat none of this shit. You know, but to each their own. A lot of people make it work. A lot of people love it, swear by it. You know, and I understand why. But my own diet personally, right? Like I don't cook right now. You know, my main diet is protein shakes and trail mix for meal 1, and then I keep it gangster with the Qdoba for meal 2. You know what I'm saying? I either get the steak bowl or I get the surf and turf bowl. You know what I'm saying? Throw some rice in there, throw some beans in there. But I always just think of protein first. Wherever I'm at, you know, I want to make sure whatever I'm eating got a lot of protein in it, so that way it's not junk, it's not no bullshit, and it's gonna help me in the gym. Cause like once you start working out, you will see right away. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do a hard workout and eat some bullshit and come back the next day. You gonna know right away, like, yeah, that's that shit. And then turn around and eat some healthy food and then see how good you feel. Like, a lot of reason why people got mental disorders and they fucked up and they depressed and stuff is because they eating a bunch of shit that their body is not supposed to process. You know, like, food affects your hormones, food affects you down to the molecular level. And a lot of the food that we eat is not food. You know what I'm saying? Like 95 to 99% of the shit that you see on a grocery store food shelf ain't supposed to be in no human body. You know what I'm saying? But the shit gets fed to us because people who feed it to us know that it alters your brain. You know, they know that it fucks up your thinking process, so that way you're going to be more of a victim, and then you're going to pretty much take whatever the fuck that they give you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they're not even evil for that. It's really kind of smart. You know, because like, they got their bag. They got their bag. It's like, hey, listen, we're going to protect this motherfucker. It's not exactly the most ethical thing. But when you're looking at overpopulation and you're thinking of like having to feed everybody and also money, saving money and shit, oh yeah, they give you whatever the fuck it is. Go look up at how Taco Bell make their meat.
Please don't tell me.
Because she was about to get a taco today.
Look at how Taco Bell make their meat.
I don't want to
Don't
hear
do it for.
We do have a question.
I want
for
to
you.
know.
Do you do collabs with other trainers or go to networking events? Have you found any universal facts or myths with fitness?
Absolutely. I do collab with other trainers. I was collabing with a lot of trainers down in Florida. I plan to collab with a lot of trainers now that I'm back. As far as biggest myths in the fitness industry I see, I debunk some of them right now. As far as like getting abs, you know, put it like this. If you big and you can't see your abs right now, working out is not going to be what do it for you. It's not. You got to fix what you put in your mouth. Because you didn't get fat by sitting at the crib and just not working out. You got fat by sitting at the crib and eating a bunch of shit that you wasn't supposed to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And it's like, that's where most people fall off at, because then, you know, you want like, all right, I'm going to go into just eating healthy type of shit. And eating healthy is very general. You know what I'm saying? Often what's healthy for one person is not going to be healthy for another person. Which is the reason why people who are morbidly obese can do keto, a diet that's super high in saturated
I don't
fats.
understand keto. Never
You don't
understood
understand
it.
keto?
I don't understand it.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna put y'all
I
on
hate
game.
keto, by the way.
I've done keto, just so I can see what it's like to be on it and the science, so I can really understand, so I can tell somebody what's up. So keto, it got its diet based off of a process that happens within the body, where your body no longer uses sugar or glucose for energy, right? And for people who like to hop on their diet they're usually insulin resistant, you know, which means that they've eaten too many processed foods. Now their body don't respond to insulin as well. Their blood sugar stay too high. Now they got diabetes and shit. Keto is basically a diet where you eating little to no carbs, right? Bunch of high fats and moderate protein. And what that does is it kind of gets your body, well, it doesn't kind of, it absolutely gets your body into a point where you're not burning glucose for energy no more. You're burning ketones. Ketones comes from fat and fat only, which is why it's like, okay, you get somebody who struggles with losing weight on the ketogenic stuff because everything that they burn, it has to come from fat. You know what I'm saying? So the body is hardwired into using fat for energy. It makes it easier to reach for that body fat. And since you're not eating carbs, there's no immediate energy available.
So it's really about cutting out what you're cutting out, and then the fat. So you have to exercise on this diet for it to really be a thing, or like just simply moving around, you're burning this fat. Like
this is what I say, right? Because I got a client of mine right now. He just went through some surgery. Not gonna give all his information right now, but he's in a situation where he can't work out, and he does struggle with insulin resistance. I'm like, okay, cool, dude. You can't work out. You can't eat carbs like that. But I'm gonna put you on keto and watch what this do. 2 pounds every single week.
Really?
Every single week.
So it's just
food
passively working. Like it's just
it'll do its thing because food, like body fat, is nothing but reserve energy. You know what I'm saying? Think of it like a bank. A bank where it's like if you got a checking account and a savings account. Checking account is gonna be where your carbs is at. And they burn a lot easier, you know what I'm saying, than body fat does. Your body has to work to reach for that. Exactly. So if you're taking the carbs out like how you do on keto, it makes it a lot easier for your body to reach for that reserve energy, the savings per se. Yeah, your body operates just like a bank.
I never used to get. I was like, what is that?
I never
y'all eating fat? I was so confused. Like, y'all kind of lose weight, but y'all eating fat.
Maybe I didn't
register in my head.
Because I tried it, I was like, I hate it.
I always thought keto was like meat and cheese. Like
something like that, bro. It's very high fat, very high fat cheese. And like the reason why people don't see results with keto is because they don't do a certain way to get to that ketogenic spot. Like keto requires a certain set of food for it to actually be keto, right? Because if you have too much protein, like from meat and whatnot, you're not ketogenic because you can get an insulin response from
Because there's stuff in the way of it getting straight to the fat that needs to be burned.
Exactly. Your body will sit here and convert protein into glucose if there's not enough carbs in there because you're eating a lot of protein.
I'm gonna talk to you later about something that I heard. So he been getting on me, right? Because I be watching a lot of people talk about what we're supposed to be eating and not eating and combining together and all that stuff. So wait, let me say it. So I'll be like, it be different people saying like we're supposed to majority of the time eat fruit because of the sugars in it because our body processes more so. And then I've heard people say like, obviously the American diet is okay to eat. These sections, protein, vegetables, fruit, milk, all that stuff, you got that. And for me, I just like, I guess, and then I have like this, I follow this vegan lady who, says this is bad for you, this is bad for you, this is bad for you. Then everything's bad for you, right? So I'm just like, what the hell do you eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know black people, we're genetic, like we're lactose intolerant most of the time as far as milk goes. And it's just like, I just be like, what the fuck? Don't know what to do, how to do it, when to do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what get a lot of people though. Like we struggle. Like today we're in an age where people struggle with abundance when they struggle with not having enough. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I agree.
Even people who fucked up, you're more abundant than somebody in the third world country because you more than likely have a smartphone. Like when it comes down to what diets do which, right? I look at diets like religion. In a certain way, like. Religion, it unites just as much as it divides, and the same thing with different diets as you're looking into, food. So keto is gonna be perfect for one person, but if I was to do keto for what I'm trying to do right now, it's gonna fuck me up because I need the carbs for the energy that I do. Okay. So when it comes to picking the right diet, and I say diet loosely because it's really about just how the fuck you eat. It's really about your current lifestyle versus your current health position, right? So if you in a situation where your health is fucked up and this exact diet works for your health problem but not your lifestyle, may not be something that you need to do. Maybe you got a diet that works for your lifestyle, which is most people, which is why Americans is fucked up because we got a fat lifestyle. But it doesn't work good for your health. And chances are that diet ain't gonna work for you.
Speaking of that, they go to my next question. You say you keep it blunt. How you feel about fat ass people?
How do I feel about fat ass people? Pretty much like how I feel about anybody, bro. Because I feel like fat people, they just carry their burdens different, right? You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at somebody who's morbidly obese, like all excess weight starts as emotion. I have yet to come across a fat person that does not have a bunch of emotional shit going on with them. You know what I'm saying? They're usually either somebody who's
Everybody got emotional shit.
everybody got emotional shit going on, but it's like it's about how you deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Is tied to your emotions. Sugar, you want emotional support, you don't feel loved enough. I forgot what salt is.
Serotonin is
Yeah, it's like what you eat is basically telling you how you're feeling.
Right. And people gonna do one of two things, right? They either gonna run from pain or they gonna run towards pleasure. And the pleasure hormone in the human body is dopamine. And dopamine gets triggered 50 times harder from sugar than it does from cocaine. Think about that shit. Like the stuff that's legal that they putting in candy bars, pop, even like food that don't even taste sweet. They're loading added sugar to that shit and it's getting you high for real. Which is why people out here stuck on dumb shit because they eating fucked up food.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
It's very interesting that you say that about dopamine and we talk about the fact that it's not only about what you eat but your lifestyle because bad thoughts also trigger dopamine
100%.
in the brain.
100%.
So sitting and harboring on bad thoughts and things that make you feel bad release a chemical in the brain that makes you feel bad. So it's like you're constantly reliving that and then you're stuck in a spot and you don't know why. It's because of the way that you're thinking and now you're eating a certain way because of the way that you're thinking and now you're feeling a certain way because and then it's all
You spoke the truth though, for real though. Like because everything as far as the diet starts with what you feed your brain. And humans are creatures of habit. Everything, most of what you do is some shit that you've done millions of times over and over and over, like waking up, breathing, going to go take a piss when you feel the feeling. Like humans are hardwired by habit. Even the people that you see that's balling, that's rich right now, they got all the money, like they not that much different than you. You know what I'm saying? They just have access to different information. They have better habits than you do. And chances are the good habits require effort when the bad habits don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And dopamine is just one of them things. It's the pleasure hormone, and it gets triggered usually by stuff it's just the stuff that feeds the ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the ego is the perception of the self is one of the biggest false perceptions in mankind because countless people don't know who the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? Countless people don't know they self, and the self is the biggest misconception out there. So whatever the fuck they feeding with that ego ain't even there. You know what I'm saying? Like usually people have to have an ego death before they turn all the way around.
You can get on shrooms.
Oh yeah, I have been. I can tell you about most drugs, to be honest, just off of what I know.
How you feel about flat tummy teas?
Flat tummy teas?
I know a lot of people that's a fad. That's a fad.
And waist trainers too.
Waist trainers, all right. I'm gonna hit flat tummy tees first. And I'm gonna hit waist trainers. So flat tummy tees is like a very salesy way of saying a detox tea. You know what I'm saying? Cleaning your colon out. And when I first started, I heard everything that most trainers was feeding me, like, yeah, detox is trash, and they don't work. Listen, every diet I know work. Every diet I know work is usually the people that don't work for it that can't get the results from this shit. So for women, right, that's mainly who was popular with the tummy tuck teas. It serves a purpose. It's just it gets misconstrued. So people will do a tummy tuck tea. Like, oh shit, I lost some weight. You lost some weight because you done shit 4 or 5 times a day and you cleaned your colon out.
Because little y'all know, y'all y'all gut intestines is holding a lot of y'all weight.
Yeah.
Little do y'all know.
Hey, listen, like real shit, like a book that put me hip to how the gut
I need to know, because
Yeah.
I write the books.
Like this is just a universal type of book, but it was just something that popped out from in this book that stood a lot to me is this book called Outwitting the Devil, because I read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon
It's on
Hill.
this too.
So he made a second book to follow that up called Outwitting the Devil, because most of the times being able to access riches means you contacting divine energy, and you gotta avoid the devil to do that. One of the easiest ways to fuck your brain up is to fuck up your gut. You know what I'm saying? Because you eat a bunch of stuff, and your gut is your second brain. Mm-hmm. Your gut is your second brain. Like, it's closely connected with everything that goes on here, probably more than your heart. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. Because the minute you eat something, your brain is like greedy as fuck. Like, when you doing nothing, like just sitting there chilling, sleeping, your brain uses 20% of what you eat. Don't let you concentrate. Don't let you focus on some shit. Now you're looking at around 30 to 40, up to sometimes 50, because like most people don't work physical jobs. You go to work for 8 hours a day and let you work a hard 8 hours. You come into the crib and you going straight to fucking sleep. You going to sleep or you chilling because like damn I'm zapped.
Okay.
My brain for not only
Don't
my
be
body
right.
but my mind too. To
Yeah,
figure out how to
eat
use
the
my
bad stuff.
body.
It makes you feel good. And you
Yeah,
keep
so
going
yeah,
back
that's
to
true.
it.
Yeah.
I do want to say that this conversation can literally go on and on because
I'm trying to
I got a lot to say too. But we are gonna have to end it. I do want to read this one last comment.
Yeah.
We're gonna comment on it and then we're gonna go ahead and do our last shots.
Yeah.
But I would like for this particular. I mean, I know you were here for fitness, but we clearly got on to eating and diet and. Which is also caters towards fitness and everything. So if you would like to come back on later on, and whenever we decide or it was comfortable with you, we can literally have a conversation about diet. I feel like that would be a really good combo.
Oh, for sure.
So, okay, great. Go ahead.
Last comment says from Stella Galactica 23. Happy I saw this. Legit just went cold turkey on junk food because of munchies and been doing the oatmeal and veggies and rice and beans.
Let's go, Stella.
Only thing I haven't stopped eating is a steak every other day. I feel like
And you know what though? I'm about to drop some more information just for Stella because she's just so transparent. You know what I'm saying? Quiet as it's kept, there's more nutrients in steak than there is in chicken breast. Right?
Really? Don't play with me.
I'm dead serious.
I love it.
I'm dead serious. Now, I'm saying that because that's the absolute truth, but most people will sit there and combat that because a lot of people can't digest red meat that way. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna say. Don't red meat stay in your system longer.
It does because it's a more fibrous type of meat. You know what I'm saying? But it also determines by the cut of the red meat that you get. Because I'm not really a ground beef type of guy because they have a lot of additives and preservatives to most ground beef. Now, I will fuck up a steak. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll tear up a steak real quick, you know, because that's probably least tampered with. You can select the cuts, like if you go round is very lean. Even sirloin to a certain degree is not that fatty. And depending on how you cook it, you can cut the extra fat off the steak. You can cut that off so you ain't dealing with that. You throw it on the George Foreman, which is knocking off 30% of the fat right there. So like even with people who are getting ready for bodybuilding shows, you know what I'm saying? I've coached people like that. And one of the biggest things that they struggle with is being malnourished. Because your calories got to go stupid low to get that ripped. Like, it's not healthy to be ripped as fuck.
Oh, so you can have that much fat on your body. What's it? Body fat?
Body fat. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain amount of fat that you need to function. You know what I'm saying? Women need more. Men don't need so much. But there's that certain point, you know what I'm saying, where you get so lean that your body is not able to function because your calories have to be so low to hit that point. You know, your hormones don't function the same. You cranky, you mad, your libido is in the toilet. Your workouts probably suck. You just doing that shit because it got to be done. You know, most people, even people who step on stage, they can't stay like that all year. You know what I'm saying? And most people get that shit wrong. The people that y'all see on magazine covers, they look like that for a day. You know what I'm saying? For one fucking day. They diet for probably months to get there, and then they got to do a bunch of extra shit to pump themselves up. You know what I'm saying? They get oil and water sprayed on them so they looking extra sharp. So it's like, I tell people, like, focus on how you feel. You know what I'm saying? If you know how you feel for real, you know, chances are you heading in the right direction. Don't look at nobody else trying to compare to them because they not you. Everybody's body is fucking different. You know what I'm saying? And really just stay in your lane. You know, don't try and emulate what's get shown because fitness is an evergreen industry. It's not going nowhere. So they're going to pull money out your pocket. You're going to have to really be tapped into what worked for you and stick with that.
Okay, and on that note, I hope y'all got something from this because I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I knew a good amount, but I've learned a lot in this session here. So thank you, Trey, for being a guest.
Wait, one more question.
You got one more
Would
question?
you marry a fat chick?
Would I marry a fat chick? Damn. All right, so I'm not really a shallow dude like that. Like, how fat we talking?
Like, all right, I got weight limit.
Like you gotta lift up the stomach to get to the pussy a little bit. Like
That's
a big one. That's a big one. But
Yeah,
I feel like, man, if we talking marriage, like she probably gotta have